So not too shocking, neither player has really managed to open much of a lead here. Both players really handling this well. You've got these clean stacks. You've got... Oh, well now a bit of traffic on Doodle's side as I immediately commentator curse him, but this is not very dangerous. Gonna get the well reopened, knock the Tetris down, go to 259. Winterra has now taken a slight lead at 299, but that is a really useless sequence. S's, Z's, and T's when she needed something too wide for the center. And now, bit of traffic there as well. Neither player clean. Doodle gets a J into the bar for the Tetris. You go to 305, retake the real-time lead. And a couple of L's will be perfect for filling that left side out. Does just opt to create a hole with another L. It was really useless, and several more shortly after. Oh, that J didn't burn anything sitting up like that, but he's got the roll speed to get pieces where they need to go. Both players kind of shaking their heads a bit here, but handling it well. And as a result of these simultaneous digs, we're staying really close. Doodle's score was almost bang on pi for a minute there. Gets a well reopened, knocks down a Tetris into the lead at 339. Winterra at 319. Gets this well reopened, is playing off row 2 for the time being. Of course, the well covered when the bar comes twice. Now that left side getting a little dicey, but whips a J over. Reopens well with another one. Now can she get a bar when the well is actually open? Nope, once again. And that wry grin. Because she knows and the game knows. Yeah. It waited. It specifically waited. Tetris is an evil video game, and you should absolutely play it. Even Doodle laughing, yep, also knows that exact feeling of, the well is closed, time for bar, time for multiple bar. 455 for Doodle, managed to take about a 3.5 Tetris lead here as we go over the Joey Parker turn. A little J-spin there for Winterra. But still struggling to get back into scoring position and didn't really get that T rotated the way it was supposed to. Still not a dangerous spot at all, just another slowdown in the scoring here. We'd love an L piece for a tuck, but going to go for a rooftop flat J, which is a neat solution. And when it works efficiently, it's super pretty. The problem is these pieces are being so unhelpful for her stack. Finally, it gets a Tetris ready. Doodle, though, has really stormed out to a lead here, 524 to 392. Winterra shaking the head, but knocking down a Tetris to crest 400k. With room for 2 before the transition to the 19 speeds, where the game is going to increase by about 50% in the pace of pieces. Say that one 10 times fast. 50% pace of pieces. I'm legitimately actually shocked I said it right first try. I almost screwed it up worse the second time. Both players one line away from transition, 440 to 590, so Doodle has really opened up a lead. Winterra going to transition with a double. Bit of a drought. Finally knocks down the Tetris to 467. Doodle is still waiting out this bar. It's not coming until he burns his way in. There's a bar finally, now just over 600k, still in level 19. Winterra 518, so playing from behind, but Winterra has plenty of playability through 19 and 29. But we'll see if she ends up going a bit aggressive here just to not have to require as much post-post. That is a column 4 Tetris. Some other Tetris host might have said something about bingo or something, but I don't know who that was. Posted the show like a few weeks ago. Some weird guy. Anyways, 725 for Doodle, 553 for Winterra. A little row 3 Tetris there to go to 581. She's trying to keep this lead from getting any bigger. Gonna adjust it with a T-piece there. Now gonna take a skim with another, get Tetris ready, knock that down. One single to get the well transferred at 611. 781 for Doodle. Couple of burns required, but we'll get the well reopened, knock down a Tetris, and go into 23 at 812. Winterra get a little high here, but this is a beautifully clean stack, just waiting on a bar. Oh, and it didn't rotate! But a beautiful cleanup into a Tetris! And the laughter. Yeah, no, that's one of those where it's like, well, I didn't deserve to survive that, but here we go. And still alive, still in it, still scoring 682 to 878. That is a 200K lead and counting. But the game ain't over until the curtain come down, so... Even though the curtain doesn't really come down on Jim because everybody doesn't play on Qual mode anymore. Nobody uses Qual mode. Doodle with a Tetris 943. Wintera 727 into level 26. Doodle's got 974. Now 975 into level 26. So we're looking at a very swift max out here. There it is. Ring that bell. Now, bar dependent in column 3, though, is Doodle. He's going to have to find a swift way out of this. Ooh, Wintera, a couple of unfortunate pieces on the left-hand side as well. Neither player very comfortable here as we reach the late stages of post. Only a few lines left until the game speed increases again, and these are not the kind of stacks you want to be carrying in. Wintera, trying to burn a way down, is finding some solutions here, but that clock is absolutely ticking. And that J piece, I don't think, is meant to sit that way. Oh, and another one that's going to hang in the left. That might be disaster here. I don't know. Okay, a J does get over. But we have 3 lines left until 29, and no, that's going to be it at 8:14. Doodle B30 into 29. Running away with game number 1, GG. Where the hell are my hearts? There they are. First time you get to show how you've been playing since you fumbled CTL. Yeah, one of about 8 reasons why I just decided to take a little CTL break. That was a pretty solid game 1. Doodle ready for 2. Wintera saying she's playing too much today. I know that feeling. I've definitely done that one before where you accidentally play your hands out well before a match. Anyways, we're ready to rock. Ready to get game 2 underway in 3, 2, 1. Square up. 800 fair median score. Well, at least get 800,000 fair median score. I think I tried to make my DAS League FMS around that for a while. Or at least with the last couple of matches I played. But it's not about me, it's about our players, naturally. Both finding interesting solutions for the glut of squares that start out this seed. It is square up after all. You're going to get square bursted at some point. Just fair warning. It's square up and I'm rolling the seeds. You're going to get squares. On the previous Tetris show I hosted, Kingsman got a record streak of consecutive squares. Of like 8 or something. And that show wasn't even called Square Up. Some fun solutions from both players with these really weird stacks. That is, wow, that solution from Wintera with all those talk and the shrug. I don't know. Yeah, it's a classic feeling. When the stack just comes together and you just kind of go, sure. Tetris. I meant to do that entire sequence. That was definitely planned and intentional. Very, very normal and good. But it is resulting in a nice clean start and an early lead. Not a big one, but an early lead as we get things underway in game number 2. We're looking at even this set up after a Very lengthy, rough stretch. Left her in quite the deficit in game 1. Now enjoying about a 1 Tetris lead here, though. He's a couple of lines ahead. For real time, we are looking at about 3,000 points. And here come the squares again. Here come the squares. You remember the days many moons ago, there was a little side thing hosted by, Doodle was up, built up to the sky for a moment here. Let's see if he gets the right pieces to knock this down before I go on a rant about a Tetris thing that hasn't happened in several years. There we go, there's a bar for the Tetris and the survival, and another one for good measure. We can breathe again, our stacks are back at normal heights. But years back, Sunny hosted a thing called Cursed Tetris League, whereupon we would use Game Genie codes to do very stupid things. And by gosh, that was a lot of fun. The one that we played a lot turned the squares into bowls, which not only led to developing bowl strats, as we called them, where you had to leave 2 wide spaces just right to deal with the fact that your square was a mangled, horrifying mess, but also, because we all stayed in voice chat for matches, even the people playing the matches, the voice chat was just everybody. It did lead to the excellent, frantically wailed quote of, "No, no, no, no more squares." It was such a train wreck. If you remember Cursed Tetris League, give me a shout out. 427, add another Tetris. 450 for Doodle. Wintera, 438 on the same line count. So Doodle, about a half Tetris advantage here. We approach the Joey Parker turn in game number 2, that 100 line mark that says, hey, transition's right around the corner, so keep your eye out. Practically, these 2 players are seasoned rollers, so the speed change, not as drastic for them, but it can still catch you off guard, even the best. You get a little bit too much in a groove, or you're digging a little bit too long, you can kind of go, forgot how to count, and suddenly the game is going faster. That can be a little jarring. These players, though, handling things quite well so far. Wintera, that Tetris goes to 490, Doodle at 543, 6 lines ahead. So with that Tetris there, you see now it's closer to a 1.5 Tetris lead. Both players now with 3 left in the tank before the transition to the 19 speeds. Getting to the point where people don't know what Cursed Tetris League was. So true and such a shame. The problem is, who's got a Game Genie these days? I mean, I do. That's because I'm old and weird. Doodle transitions at 636, Wintera at 607. How about a double 600k? Both players bringing it here in game number 2. Come on in, Burbia just pointing out TNP Bronze. They have Game Genies? Shout outs. Man, I'm gonna go back to TNP. Do that. The mystery match where the win condition would rotate between like 15 different things each game. I think I remember that too. There were a couple that he did just as like one-offs. I can't remember if I don't think I got to play in that one. There's another one he did where the goal was to be the most average. You had to be the best at finishing 3rd place out of 5 in a match. And it just became Min-Out Simulator, but weird. 749 for Wintera, 770 for Noodle. Lead not really changing any. That is going to be a triple for Wintera, but much required just to get this stack back in a proper condition. And Doodle's going to take advantage, knock another Tetris down there. Wintera answers 788 to 827. Both players really having pretty solid game number 2 here. Nice tuck from Wintera to find the Tetris there to 817. Doodle is 885 and 23. Little weight now created over the well, but only a few birds to rectify it. Wintera, though, knocks down a Tetris, trying to close this gap. Both players, though, clean in scoring. 878 to 919. Add a Tetris for Wintera. We go to 908. Doodle having to cover up the well again, but very cool solve. Wintera, though, into the real-time lead at 939, now 940 to 925. Neck and neck. That's it. I said it. I said the word. The phrase, the thing. I did it. Both players are maxed out. Ring that bell. 26 max outs for everybody. And by everybody, I mean everybody that is currently playing in this match right now. Oh, that spin tuck for Wintera. Still work left to do to solve this, but a beautiful flat bar. What a cleanup. A12 for Wintera, A88 for Doodle, who is trying to reopen this lead. We are inching closer to the post, to the thrill screen. In this game, it's going to be vital. Now A80 for Wintera, and Doodle's stack. Not too scary, but not the condition you want to be as we approach these last couple of lines on the 19 speeds. B32 to B16. Holy crap. I'm feeling healthier with all these vitamins already. B52 now for Wintera. A Tetris into 29 at B88. Doodle singles in at B69. Hey now, but oh, a couple of missed drops. B70 gonna be it, and Wintera at B97. Powerful game number 2, making a statement to tie things up 1-1. GG. I have... I do have it.
Stop! Stop! He's already dead.
I found the button. Hopefully it actually played and wasn't too horribly loud. It's one I forgot I didn't have monitored on my end. Whoops. Needed the D on the screen, says Wintera. Well, you definitely got that. Orlando lamenting the fact this couldn't be a sweep. Both players are ready, though. We're knotted up at 1. Who's going to pull free? In 3, 2, 1. Square up. Yes, both players with a 26 match that game. Pretty damn hype. Shoutouts to 69 viewers. Hey now. STZ. Simul Tetris happening. Simul Tetris happening. Oh, it changed. And Wintera, as a penalty for screwing up the Simul Tetris, misses the T-spin. Well, alright, we're gonna have to try and find a replacement match for Math Wiz, as Morlando has to do things like eat food. Mathwiz, rating with a party of 7 just to find out his opponent is having to leave. And we've got to find a new one. Welcome on in, party of 7 though. Check it out, square up. Wintera and Doodle tied up at 1 game apiece. Doodle with the early advantage here in game number 3. Both players aspiring a little bit. Oh, there's a thought. If you are... Yeah, Mathwiz, if you're good with going later, we'll just do 4 matches and make the last one be a real banger. I love that idea. That's a great idea. I also love giving score checks. It's 199,000 for Wintera, 212 for Doodle, who was built to the sky, but gets some Tetrises, which is the optimal way to, not be at the top of the screen anymore. Yeah, I would have loved that too, Orlando, but you know the way that Tetris is. 246 for Wintera, 282 for Doodle. I love how I said score check, then I did not give a score check. Pro restreamer here, folks. Pro restreamer. I do this. This is a thing that I do on the internet. People watch this. I don't think I've done a triple threat on this scene, or if I have, it's been a minute. I'm excited for that now. Shaking the head from Wintera, you didn't like that J piece, but makes it work. Alright, Bucket, we got ourselves a real finisher of a main event now. Oh, interesting spin there from Wintera. We're making it work. I trust players with PBs that are like double mine to know something that I don't when it comes to stuff like that. I don't question stuff like it, but at the same time, I'm not sure what the plan was. Doodle Stack also a little creative, but he's also sitting on a 110,000 point lead, about a 5 Tetris advantage, so he can kind of afford a couple of lines here. Gonna clean that off with an L and a T and get a column 8 Tetris. Very normal, standard Tetris things occurring here on twitch.tv/Classic Tetris. Nice to finally be on the show of squares. We're all squares here. Or something. Yeah. Anyways, Doodle finally is able to get this stack back to the right-hand side. He's on 563. 451 for Wintera, so a 5 Tetris advantage here as we approach the 19 speeds in game number 3. All knotted up at 1 in the set. Whoever takes this, big advantage, big momentum swing moving forward in the set. .618 transition for Doodle. Wintera 523. Not a bad score at all, but Doodle, another 600k transition. I think first game was just shy, and then back-to-back 600s after. So, man on a mission kind of pacing here. Let's get up a little bit high here in the early 19, but has the roll speed to get these pieces to the side still. Yeah, Smarts, Marlando had to drop due to time constraints, so in order to help you get your match in, Mathwiz has instead joined our main event. Real banger material. 629 for Winterra, 727 for Noodle. Level 21 on both sides of your screen. Winterra again shaking the head. Didn't like what he had to do with the stack, but there's a dirty Tetris. Then a little J-spin, but not rewarded for it. Doodle's gonna hang a J in the center of the stack, but be able to knock down back-to-back Tetrises to keep things nice and safe and hold on to this lead for a little bit longer. And cleaned up very quickly, too. Winterra, though, will take another Tetris to 723, get this lead under 6 figures for the time being. Playing off the back foot for a little while here, though. Waiting for mistakes that haven't really happened. Now, L or a J would be beautiful. Finally, they show up, followed by the bar for the Tetris. 791 to 857. Winterra fighting her way back into this. Bit by bit, brick by brick. David Village would be proud. T-spin hit this time. Not going to miss it like that one at the start of the game. 822 to 920. Now the Tetris and Doodle, 954. Very clean stack, looking for a couple of bars. I know what's on his mind. There's one. Winterra's in serious trouble on the other side of the screen. There is a third consecutive 26 max for Doodle. 3 of those in a row. Now the stack a little bit dirty, but nothing too dangerous. Winterra staying alive. Beautiful dig in the meantime, and knocks out a Tetris. Didn't get that bar all the way left. So still some work to do, and we're closing in on the 29 speeds. This could be our first really extended 29 play of the evening. Oh, but these pieces. Winterra stack getting spicy right before. That's a triple, so we're at 892. Doodle already on B39 in the 29 speeds. There's a very high transition for Winterra. And can't quite get the J over. 899. Gonna do it. B80 for Doodle. Another type of back 3 back. This time B3B. Literally. They'll take the 2-1 lead. GG. A statement like that is usually immediately followed by, I'm gonna do it anyways. And then immediately doing it anyways. Definitely blame the controller, though. Definitely. A good craftsman always blames their tools. Yeah. That's it. And I am now reminded of another set of Game Genie codes. It does just happen. Nice semicolons. But another set of Game Genie codes that I asked and they got developed and I laughed very hard. You know how you have no row? Where very popular mode where you're not allowed to rotate the pieces. We managed to get some codes together that instead of no row, it's yes row. In that the pieces, the dash for rotating pieces is 1 frame. So it's just every frame that you have the rotation button pressed, the piece is rotating, and it is so hilariously stupid to try and play. I'll have to find those codes and by Game Genie again at some point. Doodles got ready. He's on match point. Wadera's ready. Looking to push us to a decider. In 3, 2, 1, square up. Big sippy. Big sippy. Kind of looked like a wine bottle. We're underway in game number 4. Doodle, again, on match point. B3B off B3 26 maxes. B3B 26 maxes. English is a difficult language, okay? I saw the vision for how Doodle wanted to clean that out, but the piece, like, the wrong direction piece kept coming over and over. There with a skim of the J into Tetris. Doodle gets Tetris 96 to 91. We're underway. Game number 4. Coming up next off the back of this one, your daily dose of arts. You know him, you'll love him, Mr. Friendlies. Hopefully getting warmed up along with Tail. Looks to tell a tale as old as time and teach Mart's another lesson. But he'll have to wait his turn. These two gotta finish playing this out. Remember, game ain't over till that curtain come down. Massive bar dependency on the left for Wintera. She'll finally get a bar for it, and now the stack looks perfect. Shrug. Yeah, no, yeah. No, I feel that. Just, screw it, I guess. Why not? Wintera actually enjoying a healthy lead right now. 209 to 172 as we go over the 40 line mark. Now a bit of a structure has appeared on the right-hand side of Wintera's stack, but she's finding some ways to whittle away at it. That is a very unhelpful S-piece. And this is going to allow Doodle to open another lead. Cold Bucket in the chat, cheering on Doodle as Somali Captain enters the chat to really misspell the word Q before just giving up and using the letter. That was... yeah. It was a good effort. Oh! Wintera cannot get that T left and is gonna be early top at 256 while I was busy making fun of Somalian spelling and Doodle. You're on the big screen. Welcome on in, YouTube Dave. Hello to you too. Here catching Doodle, taking this set 3 games to 1. As Kingsman fixes my Q miscue right as the match ends. Ooh! Hello? There. Eh. Oh no, internal error is back! Whoa, that T-piece is not correct. But that bar is. That L not so correct. Doodle can put a little show on for the crowd during this victory lap. And as a result is playing hyper aggro. And a big pop off to finish it off. GG. We're back with our second match. Of the evening. Players, if you'd like same piece sets, please let me know in the chat. Looking forward to this one. An old favorite and a new face. Well, a stock photo of a new face, but details. Yes, PS! Bravo Echo 598 Echo. Readies on both sides. Excellent. Well, y'all know what that means. Get a little ready here. Get a little sip. No reason to delay. It's time to play game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Square up. Same pieces confirmed. Introductions, please. On the left-hand side, you know him, you love him. We call him Mr. Friendly. Gas player out of Canada. Personal best of 812,000 points. Got the most matches played in Tetris history by several country kilometers, because he's from Canada. It's Martz and his opponent, one that he's tried to match up against multiple times. They finally are getting a chance here on Square Up. She is a DAS player out of the United States. Personal best of 788,000 points. Right behind Martz, chasing him down, it is Tail. I'm getting to see play for the first time. You love to see it. Love a new face on the show always. Martz asking in the chat before the match starts, be gentle, I'm washed. Boy, welcome to the club. Early days here, Martz has had the better start, able to get one Tetris on the board. Tail gonna get her first, gets up to 42,000, Martz on 55. Cole reminding Martz to be reasonable. I wonder if that's the same as the kiss strategy. You know, keep it simple, stupid. Both players kind of begging for a bar. Stack's getting a little high. Mart's gonna start committing to some burns. Tail in some serious trouble. That bar never came, and that is gonna be it at 65,000. Mart's only 66,000, but that's enough to get on the board first. Oof. Spicy start. Yeah, that was a heck of a drought. There was caca, but Martz benefited. Refresh you? Okay. Hopefully I won't get blasted by ads. Oh, look! Domino's Pizza ads. Love it. Dog. Cat. Barkley. Roundabout. Dog. So anyway, sort of blasted. There we go. We're back. We're ready. Mart's representing the Montreal Canadiens, naturally. Playoff hockey underway, but also underway is game number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Square up. The song by Yes? Man. God, there's a group I haven't thought of in a hot minute. Very strange story once. I was in an arcade once playing one of those taiko drum games. And just generally having a good time of it. And this couple walked up to me as I was playing. And decided that they were so impressed at me playing this arcade drum game that they asked me if I wanted to be in their Yes cover band as their drummer. Oh, Martz did not like what he did with that Z piece, and I see why. Oh boy. Oh, Martz. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh, we're gonna hear it. We're gonna hear it straight from the man's mouth.
Oh no, I'm going to let it go, man. It's going to come out. Oh no, Kingsman.
Oh, the set is now tied up 1-1. The gift exchange is complete, hopefully. Your round 1 got a taiko cabinet. Very nice. Hopefully they actually maintain it. Alright, we're all knotted up at 1. We got those out of the way. Warm-up is done. I think that's what Martz likes to say. I actually still have that sticker. A couple of them, I think. Stream is kind of delayed. Can you refresh? Yes. Hopefully I won't get blasted by ads again. Let's find out. Hey! No ads. Cool. Anyways, we're all knotted up at 1. Who will break free of the caca spree? In 3, 2, 1. Square up. Oh, I hate that feeling. I've done that one plenty of time. March was the immediate early shift on like piece number 3. Notable lack of blasting. I mean, there's been some things that have been blasted. Mostly caca so far. Hopefully we can. Hopefully that's hopefully we're quite done with that. Tail having to cover up the well. But right now handling it all right. As Duncan Kennedy would say, oh, huge mistake. Tail in a bit of a spot of bother, but that bar is going to help with a triple. Bring the stack back down. Another big triple there, and the stack feeling a lot better. Neither player with a very comfortable start to the seed, but Tail does have the advantage. I think she got a Tetris. Now is ready for another one. Guess the bar gets a score up to 65,000, which honestly has been enough to win both of the first 2 games. Mart's on 20k, just trying to shake off that early misdrop and kind of leading to a really rough start here. But, again, still alive, still scoring points. It's always step 1. You can't score points if you top out. So, you know. Thing's been asking the important questions in chat. What would Duncan Cheek say? Ooh, there's a very spicy setup from Mars, but he covers it up right when the bar comes. He's got to keep himself under control. Gets it reopened. And he's going to try and stay set up. Now he needs a J. Gets that over. Very aggressive play here from the French-Canadian Crusher. And I don't know if it's going to pay off. That square does get over. That one doesn't. A look of determination on his face, fighting pieces to the side, willing them over with every ounce of strength. Another helpful bar. He'll get this semi-center well opened up and just start burning it down. A shake of the head, but he's surviving for now. He is absolutely playing a min-out game, but... However, comma, as my friend Gar would say. He's alive. The score is not... It's not great. It's only down by 110,000 points. He's alive. And his stack is clean. He's back at the bottom. Tail's got a little bit of traffic that she's got to work through. Nothing too dangerous. And Martz has a Tetris. Let's go. Welcome on into Jedav and Stackateka Invictus Rage as well. And if you're out there on YouTube, shout outs to you as well. I cannot see the chat because my computer is being stupid. But just know that we love you. And we love having you. 198 for Tail, 109 for Martz. Both players now clean. Martz with another Tetris, 131. Actually, not that far behind. After all that digging, only down by about 2.5 Tetrises. And he's got the better stack right now. Makes that safety triple. Not a bad idea. Knocks out another Tetris to go to 162. Tail starting to get a little high here. That could have been an early shift, but well handled to get around it. Open up that first hole to center, but really got to start drilling this down. We're now at the 100 line mark on both players' sides. 231. Martz up to 209 has brought this down to a single Tetris game. He's clean. Tail is in trouble. That left side, nothing's going to get there now with a bar. That is a top out at 231. Martz. We are looking for 232,000. And you have got it with that Tetris. 232,560. And Martz will take the 2-1 lead. Comes all the way back. And Tail in chat. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, that's how you play this game. You just survive longer. Yeah, it took 70 burns for Martz to get a Tetris, and he still won that game. That is a testament to survival. Tough game for both players grinding that one out, but set's not over yet. Martz got that 2-1 lead, looking to try and finish it and keep up the tradition. But Tail looking to push us to a decider. Who will have their way? Whose cuisine reigns supreme in 3, 2, 1, square up. Coming up after this, 3s, 2s, chess, and craft lamau. Newbie ready to rock, just in case. Tail with a cleaner start once again here in Game 3, but Martz not mired in a 70-line dig. So he's not going to let that massive lead build up. We've gained a match back after losing one earlier. We've got a lot of fun left on this docket. Ooh. Marts with the accidental Vits decides not to go with it. And for the best, took a while for that bar to show up. Then another one. Naturally. We get the well reopened. Mart's on 60,809. Love me some pushdown points. First pushdown points all day, I think. And Tail at 128,000. Mart's burning himself out of Tetris readiness right as the bar arrives. Gets a J for a tuck, gets reset up. That bar will be used for a score. It'll go up to 93k. About 1.5 Tetrises behind. Coming after this is Threes Tooth Chess and Kraft Lamau. Following that, a bonus match as the Somalian captain looks to take on Wallbant, who says he's been in a bit of a slump. Or was it the other way around? Either way, one of them will help the other crack that nut, as it were. And then our main event went from just a grudge match to something even better. You won't want to miss it. As K-Ham and Kingsman already had a score to settle, but now a new contender has entered the ring. But we'll get there when we get there. Right now, Marts and Tail duking it out, 155 to 215 now on 60 lines apiece. Tail managing to make just a little more headway on this lead, but Mart's refusing to go quietly into that dark night. And now Tail with a bar dependency on the left-hand side will finally get a bar for the right for the Tetris, and now can debate how to attack this, and immediately Mart's also makes a bar dependency. But he's going to settle his very swiftly before things get out of control. Tail's still in a bit of a dig here. But Martz has not been very able to capitalize. Bar timing not been very fruitful. That one will help. He'll go to 206. Tail on 271. Now 294 after a bit of a toastress. And the bar from Martz much needed. It gets Tetris to 230. Him kind of taking a breath there and getting settled and ready. There are over 80 lines on both sides now. Tail with another Tetris. She'll go to 319. Having to burn off a few more to get this board clean once again. Definitely both players taking more of these safety burns, focusing on survival. Each one knowing that they basically just have to outlive the other. Right now, Tail with the advantage in that, as she's also sitting on a lead that has just slightly grown, and Mart's getting hit over the head with squares. Like me when I stream on my channel. And woof, that stack is getting really spicy for Martz, but he will start bringing it down. Trying to avoid putting more weight on these holes in the center of the stack, but really not getting pieces that help with that for a while. The transition to 19 speeds also starting to approach. 275 for Martz, 444 for Tail, who has taken full advantage of Martz having a dig here and has opened up lead, opened up shop on it. Whoa, Martz barely squeezing a bar to the right-hand side. He'll open a triple. Needs another one, though, because you don't want to be transitioning 19 with a stack like this. That'll help. It'll whittle things down. He is going to generate another bar dependency, though. And a shake in the head there. The classic Martz head shake. We all know it because we all do it, too. Ooh, I don't know about that decision, Martz. Definitely not that one. So let me point out. The part where you went wrong was when you decided that and that was a good idea, and then when you did that right there, yeah, don't do that. Tail, you're good for game number 4. We go to our first decider of the night. Apple cider vinegar. Is that like apple bottom jeans? Jeans with the boots, boots with the jeans, jeans with the jeans. Welcome on in, Save State and Sorelli. Hyped up for the decider. Good luck, gamers. We got readies on both sides. We don't count deciders down from 3 where I come from. We count them down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Square up. And so, a best of 5 becomes a best of 5 that is tied 2-2, and somebody will win the set this game, unless they tie. Which would be awkward. Amusing. I don't know how many ties we've had in Friendly's history, but it'd be amusing. Can't imagine we've had that many. They're really freaking rare. Especially non-Club Zero ties. Oh, Tail. Alright, finally the bar comes for Tail. That stack was getting a little bit spooky, but now we can get set up on row 2. Mart's really not enjoying these pieces either. And I'll find a good triple there. Nightbot, you are spamming my chat. Ooh, that T, unfortunate for Mart. Nightbot, yo, chill, bro. Oh, Mart's stack is really getting difficult. These pieces are not helping him. That square is a problem. Here come more squares. Oops, all squares. And oops, that is going to be that. Mart's is done at 52,000, and you're a winner on the blue side. Play it out, you're on the big screen. First match, first win, GG's Tail. Not gonna play it out, no. No, not good. You can't make me, you're not my dad. Thank you, Martz. Always generous, the 100 bits. Always appreciated. Hey, y'all played a fun set. No sweating. My guys, gals, and non-binary pals, we got ourselves another fantastic set involving a player I have not gotten to see play before. A little bit of a pop-off from our player on the right. Players, if you would like same-piece sets, please let me know in the chat. We can keep this show rolling, or in this case, maybe dancing? I don't know. So, 3s and or 2s and or chess, do let us know if you would like similar tetrads tumbling towards the towers. Craft definitely enjoying the music by Carl Casey, White Bat Audio, ESPS from 3's 2's Chess. Low-key was facing there. Yeah, that was going alright until it wasn't. But before that, yeah, it was going alright. Seed in the chat, 3 Bravo 6654. Pinned for your convenience. The Gulf's in chat. And when I got readies, I can smash a button and we can kick things off in this middle match. We had a hover 3 from 3s, naturally. And Craft, if you did not know, the select button lights up the ready. There it is. The hover 3, the ready, no reason to delay, it's time to play game number 1 in 3, 2, 1, square up. Excellent, we got same pieces. You love to see it. Introductions, please. On the left-hand side, he's a roller out of the United Kingdom. Personal best, 1.126 million. Looking to bring it and found a new opponent today. It is 3's 2's Chess, playing Tetris. His opponent on the right-hand side. From somewhere, playing some playstyle, but claiming this is their first game. I call that bluff because they have a personal best of 1,010,160. Finally got that million points and now looking to push a little farther and challenge themselves up against a new opponent. It is Craft Lamau. Having a blast despite the stack. Of course, 3's also doing something with an L piece there. I love it when folks are just unabashedly having fun. It's one of the best things about a good face cam, especially when you get an expressive player, is when you just see them react to something, whether it's being amazed or baffled or just laughing at something really dumb. Let alone if I can make a player laugh without screwing up their game. Important caveat. That always is a good feeling too. Another good feeling is clean stacks. Craft's got one, but does cover up the well right when the bar comes. Kind of bobbing and weaving with the pieces, but I totally feel that. That's a Tetris for them. They'll go up to 108. 107 for 3s2, so we are, as one would say, neck and neck. Early days, game 1. Did we run out of the smooth jazz music? No, it's just a random long pause between songs. I love that. Thank you. Those always make me worry that the music has stopped playing for some silly reason. YouTube likes to do this thing where it'll just go, hey, are you still watching? I'm like, yes, I was listening to music. Nice flash of a pause from Threes there. I bet that was RNG manipulation, definitely. Kraft on 167, 141 for Threes. So the Cheese has got the real-time advantage, but is a few lines in the future. Threes, though, kind of really high up. Kraft is having a great time. Oh, Threes is not having a great time with that Zen. Uh-oh. The spoiler in chat, that's not... that. Oh, Oh. Hey, Burb, what do you gotta say? Tell me something.
Come on, man!
Threes goes down to 145, and Kraft, you're good for game 1. GG. Tried the Buko, but I can't Buko. Yeah, that's why I just don't try Bukos, because it cannot. Ben Boy with a 5-string streak. Very nice. You'll love to see it. Alright, we increment the first 2 of the seed. Bring it up to 4C, as in Charlie. 4 Charlie. Now I'll give a little refresh to the Threes, just in case. Yeah, Kraft, yeah, bring the first 2 of the seed to 4C. There we go. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, every game will increment those 2 by 1 each. And give me that ready. Do you remember how? It's the select button. There it is. Yeah, we got it. All right, cool. We got the hover 3. We got the ready. We got a game 2. Coming up in 3, 2, 1. Square up. ZTL. We got the same pieces. Different starts for how they're set up, but we got the same pieces. That's always good. Kraft looking to follow in Tails' footsteps and debut with a win here. Threes looking to try and tie this set up. Nice T-spin from Kraft to keep this stack clean. We're underway in game 2. Both players handling the start well. Handy S pieces for Threes actually helping fill this stack out. It was getting a little weird for a minute there. A bit of buffering on Kraft's side, but I blame ISPs. Mine has been a little weird, so if I suddenly vanish, it'll only be for 5 to 10 seconds. It's done this for like 2 or 3 days in a row, where my internet just decides I'm going to act like I'm just going to die entirely and then be perfectly fine. Kraft trying not to horribly die. That'll be a triple and another triple to help get the stack back down to a more manageable height. Big deep breath, get settled, and work on cleaning things up. And J to the left will help quite a bit. Kraft gonna get set up in column 5. Bar not coming at a very helpful time. 3's also getting a bar when not ready and got really confused for a second as to where to put it, but eventually made it work. The center well not panning out for Kraft, and these can be very handy, but they're very, early DAS load there. They're very burn intensive to keep clean. As you're seeing here, Kraft is trying to keep it open, but this is a hell of a drop. Both players struggling because 3's got no burn options. 3's is going to be done at 197, but Kraft right behind him at 123, and we're all knotted up at 1. A jag the gas weakest. Yeah, me too. Welcome on in to the Somalian captain as well as Hepta. Oh. Welcome on in, 20Dan03, party of 1, grab yourself a table or just a seat at the bar and watch the second debut in a row. Kraft, did you increment the seed? Are you still on seed mode? Because this just says Tetris. I'm trying to check your seed, and I cannot check your seed. You got the ready light. There we go. Yeah. There we go. We got it. We're good. You're not dumb. It's all good. Hey, you gotta learn somehow, huh? You gotta learn somehow. It's all good. It's all gravy. Good news is you remembered the ready button, and you remember to increment the seed. So you got that for you. We got a ready from Kraft. 3's was hovering 3 and is now doing more warm-up rolling. I got a bug in my face for a second, but I fixed that. We are ready to rock, all knotted up at 1. Who breaks 3 in 3, 2, 1. Square up. So, a bit of a gift trade between these two. To start things off. And we'll see if warm-up is done as it was meant to be. $115 for Kraft as we get things going here in game number 3. 3's 2's on 76K. And a good Tetris for Kraft, keeping things clean. Threes waiting for a J. The bar will work. Get the well reopened. Boom, Tetris to go to 102. Speaking of chess, as 3's chess looks to build their stack back up, it gets a very unhelpful square. I had to check a message on my phone really quick, getting something set up for tomorrow, and chess.com just did me dirty and goes, thinking of you, thinking you should take a chess lesson. Bro! I insult myself already enough. I don't need a website doing it too. 178 for 3's 2 chess, 261 for Kraft, enjoying a healthy lead here. We approach the halfway marker. Does set up a T-spin double, which is cool. Not a lot of no extra points really, but cool. So, you know, style points, it's gotta count for something. Doesn't add anything to the scoreboard, but, you know. A bit of a pullback of a square there. I saw the L in the next box, but this stack, ooh, that's not, I think, what we wanted to do. Be able to just get that bar over. The stack looking a little scary, and this is gonna be 3's chance to catch right back up, and all of a sudden this lead has basically vanished as 3's knocks down another Tetris, go to 272, and Kraft's on 273. But bringing the stack back down, great survival. Tetris for the reward, 300,000 and the pop-off. And just a couple of lines left to clean this stack back up. 318 for 3's, who has taken the real-time lead. And is now back by 6 lines as well after that high-up dig from Kraft. So that is the kind of position you want to find yourself in. Is this another unnecessarily long pause? It is! Come on! Sorry. Yelling at music. I yell at a lot of things. 3's on 366, 350 for Kraft, who is still grooving. Still enjoying themselves. Knocks down a Tetris there with a nice clean stack. Adjusted the square in kind of the wrong way. Knew it. Shrugged, shook the head, and said, nah, we ball. And sets up the bits. Does the bar ever arrive? Yes. It just takes long enough to be a problem. Both players burning off a handful of lines, though Kraft won't be Tetris ready for a little bit here, having to clean up this center. 3's gonna knock down a Tetris, go to 436 at 103 lines, 407 for Kraft at 110 lines. So keeping it close. Not gonna let 3's run too far ahead with this one. We're approaching the transition of the 19 speeds for the first time this set, so we'll see how these players handle it. We'll see how 3's rolling handles the increase in speeds. And Kraft, I assume, is playing with DAS. Perhaps on emulator with how sharp these pieces are, but could just have a upscaler. A really nice one. Ooh, 3's. That square spire is very scary. Which is a sentence I hope I never have to say again because it's really difficult. Oh, and a missed drop of a J in the center. Gonna get the well reopened. There's the bar for the relief. A square would be perfect. Transition for Kraft at 467. 557 for 3's, a 90k lead and the perfect square. Able to bring the stack back down just in the nick of time. And now we take off in the increased speeds. Starting here on level 19, and every 10 lines we will go up another level. The speed won't change until we hit level 29. That is what we call the kill screen. That is the fastest speed the game can reasonably do normally. And for most of us mere mortal players is a death sentence. Rollers have figured out how to play on it. It's still not an easy ask, though. 638 for threes, Kraft on 550. So again, keeping this a game. Bit of a misdrop there. Still at a height where it can be handled. Kraft not going to wait for the T-spin double this time. Smart, safe decision. We're getting this well right back to where it's supposed to be. Good cleanup there. Threes. Ooh, misdrop in the center. We'll get a triple there. A little work to do to clean this up. Kraft double bar dependent. Rory dependencies galore will turn one into a Tetris well. Bit of a misdrop on the left. Oh, but Kraft has covered the well! Kraft covered the well, and it's going to be done at 596, and at 694, that's 10 hey-nows. Threes, twos, chess takes a 2-1 lead. GG. It started randomly double flipping on 23. Hate it when that happens. Hey, got the seed, got the ready, love it. So Threes has got the 2-1 lead and is hovering 3. Kraft looking to push us to another delicious decider. Got that ready light on. Does he keep the party going, or does Threes put an end to this chicanery? In 3, 2, 1. Square up. That's a fun word, chicanery. Love that word. Underway in game number 4. Threes twos at 69,000 points right now. Kraft on 91,000. Groovin' and boppin'. And looking to push us to a decider once again. Oh, line spin from Threes. Vandy Stocks on the rise. That's our first line spin of the evening. That I've seen, at least. Pretty sure it's first. Kraft with the exaggerated double well, taking full advantage. Couple of skims into a Tetris. 208. 187 for the Threes twos chess. I love me a good exaggerated double well. Very safe way to play. About a billion danged burn options. Back-to-back J is handy for that chasm. But now pieces firing in the center, and oh, that's a scary amount of Zeds. Very smart couple of placements afterwards, and Kraft will work on cleaning this up. Threes. Oh, that's not where that bar was supposed to go. The well reopened, but we could really use another one approximately, let me check my watch, right there. Perfect. 258 for threes, at a double, and then a triple to bring the stack back down to a height that's a little more reasonable. We are staying alive. Staying alive. However, Kraft has opened up now about a Tetris lead here. A little over. And has the clean stack, knocks down a... Well, I say that, and then I look up, and that S piece is... it's in a place. It's not the right place, but it is a place. Could use a bar. There's the bar. That'll do. And there's Tetris. Both players nice and clean. 283 playing 356. Got a little bit ahead in line, so with that Tetris from threes, we'll see it is close to a 2 Tetris lead at this point. For the newcomer on the right-hand side. Not gotten to watch Kraft play at all, but when you got a new player and they're expressive and fun, you got to enjoy it. Singing along with something. Don't know what it is, but I appreciate that too. And if you're thinking this is fun, if you want to join in, come check us out in the Tetris Friendlies Discord server, !friendlies. tinyurl.com/Tetris Friendlies, I think also, if I can remember off the top of my head really quickly. As our players are both kind of having a bit of an issue here, or in Kraft's case, this might be the whole subscription. We'll see if they can dig this out. A couple of very smart placements here, but that is a very rough sequence to follow. You get a little help in the center, but baited by the S piece, and the Z doesn't make it. 434. Kraft is done. Threes. We're looking for 4-3-5 to take the game and the match. 435, the chase down. Kraft could have got like 3 pushdown points and had 4-3, 4-3, 4-3. Come on. Anyways. Three's not the cleanest of stacks here. But all the time in the world to try and chase this down. Got 16 lines left till transition. Again, the target 435 will be enough. And threes, as a result, is playing this extremely safe. Middle-class white guy strats are in full employ. Some not very helpful pieces. Ooh. Alright, that triple, 421. We're still about 13,000 points short. And now we're into the 19 speeds. We are dirty Tetris ready, but threes is not going to take any chances. That triple gets us to 434, 420, 80 points is enough to take the game in the match and get on the big screen. Hey, gamer, play it out. Just know that you've won. See if threes can work his way out of this. Really show off that rolling. With a dirty Tetris straight down the pipe. Have another one! Take two, they're small! Excellent survival. Mr. Mungio. The threes will be done at 6:08, but that is more enough to take the game in the match. GG's. Now I'm gonna go refill my big old cup of water, so this is Burb's semi-hourly reminder. Stay hydrated. Alright, we're back. With our bonus match. Since we've had to do a lot of rearranging of stuff today, we get you a new match. Ooh, wow, that's a spicy roll. Players, if you'd like same piece sets, let me know and I shall provide. Wallbant would like same piece sets. And I imagine Somalian will as well. Although a Spite no SPS would be funny, but yes, piece sets. Foxtrot 0, Charlie Bravo 07 will be our seed for this match. We got readies on both sides. We got the golfs in chat. No reason to delay. It is time to play. Game number 1 and 3, 2, 1. Square up. Both players with the double rotate of the bar to start. Love it. Introductions, please. On the left-hand side, he is a roller out of the United States. Specifically, the same state as me. Personal best 1.638 million points. Got that rollover, and always looking for more. It is the Somalian captain. His opponent on the right-hand side, his profile on the bot now says that he's a DAS player, but I'm gonna go ahead and press X to doubt here for this match. Especially when you show a personal best of 1.783 million points. A DAS player and a fantastic one at that, but still flashing the chops with the rolling. It is Wallbant. I've had the pleasure of playing against both of these players in various capacities in my time as a Tetris player. Both of them have absolutely beaten the snot out of me. Like, it's not close. They have this habit of being good at Tetris, as it turns out. Which is the way that you get personal bests north of a max out, or north of a rollover. Being extremely good at Tetris. Oh, Wallband's just doing quintuple quick taps? Oh, okay, yeah, no. That's fine. Spirit of DAS. And that is in the spirit of DAS. The famed quintuple quick tap. Bit of a grimace there from Wallbant. Did not like his decision making, and you can kind of see why. It led to a bar dependency. He will get it handled quite swiftly. Somalian with a very delayed Vitz, but does finally get a bar for it as well. Both these players quite capable of what we in the business call some very creative stacking. But also have the chops to be able to make it work. Even if Wallbant's shaking the head a little bit again and kind of just really not a friendly sequence and not getting much help here. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, no, that's gonna be Well, nope, that's a problem. 228, Wallbant, quite done. And Somalian, 297, way more than enough to take game one. Oh no! Alright, we've got it ready on Somalian's side. Wallbant kind of hoping to shake that game off. But he's ready. Well, let's see if the cobwebs are out of the system in 3, 2, 1. Square up. And it's Somalian with the early thing that is in the stack. As we get going in game number 2, got a bit of a gift from Wallbant in that first one, and trying really hard not to immediately return the gift. That bar will be very helpful, but that is just going to be a triple down column 9. However, the more important thing is it allows him to stay alive and continue digging this down farther. The Somalian with the slowdown to start. Wallbant has got 5 pushdown points, which is a huge advantage if you ask me. I like pushdown points. It is a good way to make me a fan. Missed out on the Corian thing, though. So I'm a little disappointed there, because I love a good Corian thing. Couple of Tetrises, though. Those never hurt. 142 playing 68 as we go over the 30 line mark to get game 2 underway. Folks, if you've been enjoying the show, you will definitely want to stick around. Our main event today is going to be an absolute banger. Somalian filling out a bar dependency on the left-hand side. Exaggerated double well is in effect. Wallbant is built up to the sky, but knocks down a Tetris there. We'll get another one. It'll go up to 212. Opening up a hearty lead here in game number 2 to swiftly bounce back from that rough start to the set. And a neat adjustment with the J's for the L that ensued, keeping the stack clean. Somalian still kind of struggling with this one. That triple gonna honestly be kind of huge. Finish cleaning things up, and now Somalian can start scoring again. Has allowed Wallbant to open up about a 3.5 Tetris lead here as we hit the halfway mark of the 18 speeds in game number 2. Both these players rolling, so they're not going to be as stressed by the speed change at 130 lines. Doesn't mean you don't want to be ready for it, though. Yeah. Is that, a little better? Well, kind of surprised Wallband did not set up for a nice little Vitz there, but a death-defying long bar slide, not always the preferred action. In the meantime, Wallbat 482 trying to run away with it, but also ahead a little bit of lines. Now 505 for the Wallbat Somalian, 446. Back by a Tetris worth of lines, but still about Tetris and a half of lead proper for Wallbat as we approach the transition. Oh, an interesting triple there from Wallband. Even though he's shaking the head, I like the maneuver. Gonna transition at 581. Somalian's still got room for two. He's on 516 as Wallband gets going on the 19 speeds. But Somalian's left side a little interesting and really doesn't even bother waiting for the J. Transition is right around the corner. And he's gonna be burning into it by the looks of it. At 546, work to be done to bring this stack down, but these folks are rollers and very good ones. There's a Tetris for Somalian. 577, now 579, bit of a tough rotation of the J, but swiftly solved. Wallband's at 690, so he's able to lead to 100,000 points, but he's also a full level ahead, having transitioned earlier, getting to these quicker speeds. Somalian gonna fill in the dependency before taking the Tetris. Hopefully another bar doesn't take too long. It does not. There's a Tetris to go to 611. Wallband at 696. Hey, now in level 22. Somalian 637 in level 21 has closed the pace gap quite a bit here as we careen along these 19 speeds. Excuse me. Good. Wallband built up high, knocks down that Tetris. Go to 754. Now has to cover the well up. Close. Somalian at 808. Wallband 801. Neck and neck through this post-transition. My internet could not handle it. It's too much Tetris to handle. 845 to 869. Hey now, times 8 from Wallband. Got the real-time lead, but Somalian with the pace advantage, and he's going to hold on to it. Wallband stack getting really troublesome. Very high up, but a couple of excellent burns. He's going to bring it right back down. 880. Knocked out a Tetris. Will go to 916. Big, deep breath of relief, but the game is not over yet. Somalian has come charging right back. We are basically tied. 25 points in it. Wallband in 29 speeds at 953. Gonna have to start scoring. No line cap, by the way, in this. These players can play as long as it takes to win this game. Wallband, ooh, bit of a misdrop. Able to work pieces around it, though. 964 and bringing the stack back down. Excellent little spin maneuver there. Brilliant survival, and he's brought this stack back down. Needs a bar for the center. Somalian now into the transition at 998, but a couple of misdrops on the center. He's gonna be done! 998! We are looking for a 999. Get as close to a max out as you can, Wallbant. 94, 95, 97. A double for the max out. Ring that bell and win that game. What a time for my internet to crap itself for 3 seconds. Excellent survival, clutch post play from Wallbant to finish a short chase down and tie the setup at 1. Smiley quickly shaking things off. Ready for the third game. 4th time in a row we're all knotted up at 1. Probably won't happen in our 5th set, and you'll find out why in a bit. Whoopsie doodles. Good job, Wallbant. It's got 30 on screen. We're all knotted up at 1. Who's going to pull 3? And 3, 2, 1. Square up. Wallbant clearly trying to get an advantage by seeing the first 2 pieces, because that's how this works, obviously. And we are underway in our 3rd game of this best of 5. Talk about bellwethers. Interesting. Tell me more. Tell me more. As Smiley has a bit of traffic to work through early on here. And it's really not panning out. Kind of begging for a square. Doesn't really get a line spin either, but alright. Now we're in a much better position. This is much more easily handled, especially for an experienced roller. An L would be beautiful. There it is. Now a J and a bar. We are still waiting on that bar. Wallbant also waiting for that bar. It kind of built his stack to the ceiling, but gets the bar just in time to get Tetris. And another one. 65 for Somalian, 122 for Wallbant, who also once again has pushdown points as Somalian finds a creative way to set up the old death-defying long bar slide. Back-to-back bars, no punished. Never punished, just rewarded with Tetrises. And now it's Wallbant's turn to say, hey, I can set those up too. A death-defying long bar slide followed by the OJ. The old 5 and below shenanigans. But the stack is staying clean, and that's the important thing here. Wallbant on 237, Somalian on 179. Same line count, just shy of 50 through. I feel like I should be saying that with an accent. As an insider, I always look to the big picture. Rose City ain't too far away now. Wallbant at 270. Somalian 186, and Tetris go to 209. Both players had some traffic to work their way through, but have done a fantastic job handling it. Consummate professionals, these two. Consummate, I tell ya. just for Wallbant to get about 38 unhelpful pieces in a row, and Somalian kind of the same story. Oh, you can see Wallbant was thinking about setting up dirty there. Smartly does not, because the bar took a while to show up. That could have gotten scary. Good survival. 328 playing 243. Wallbant has managed to expand on this lead now, as Somalian has just not been able to get what he needs to clean this up nicely. He is set up for something extra spicy, but no, bar comes at the wrong time. Just a triple. My day is ruined and my disappointment is immeasurable. Tetris for Wallbant, 376. The lead now about 5 scores here. Counting as Somalian will get the stack burnt back down, but that was with a lot of triples, which just hurts the soul unless you're playing Drought Hack, and then it's fine. 296 now for Somalian, 445 for Wallbant, who has just taken every opportunity here. Oh, Somalian, that left side is problematic. We are going to get a bar over. We need or a square over. The bar comes when the well is plugged. We can get it reopened with that square. A very aggressive placement here, and these rolls have got to be on point. Finally, the bar comes for the Tetris. 328 for Somalian. More importantly, just still alive, hanging in there. Trying to make Wallbant work. He's opened up a huge lead. The game is not over. It's never over until it is. But currently it's not, which means there's a chance. 377 for Somalian. Wallbant's going to transition at 524. Tune of 150,000 point advantage going into the 19 speeds. $429 for Somalian now in level 25. 36 for Wallbant. So that lead has dropped a little bit here, but Wallbant got a clean stack, able to start scoring again, and can keep this pace up. Stack Attack is showing the confidence in the captain. Says he's a closer. He ain't done here. Gonna have to prove it, but he has whittled away at this lead a good little bit here. But now the droughts are starting to become problematic. The square bursts even more so. And the bar timing just not helping. Somalian's causing excellent roll to get that over for a triple. Wallbant back to scoring, back to widening this lead up. Clutch 5 taps from Somalian, keeping him in this game though. There's a bar finally for a row 2 Tetris. He's up to 532, but Wallbant, in the meantime, up to 680, is reopened at 150,000 point lead. A dirty column 7 for Somalian, trying to stay as efficient as possible at this point. But the bar is raining down at weird times. Finally one that's actually good for a Tetris. Somalian now set up in column 2. Column 2 Tetris will take it, go to 621. Wallbant at 739. Set up for another one. Column 2, one of the most difficult places to play. Somalian's going to knock another one down there. Will he? Now he's going to opt to go into column 1. 656 playing 799. Wallbant behind a little bit in levels now, too. But Somalian has got things clean. 689, now 690. There's those Haynows once again. Wallbant 863. But did not get a couple of pieces back to back there where they needed to go. So he's going to be digging for a little bit. A Tetris for Somalian is up to 757. Lead back down to 120,000. But now he's going to be working away at the stack as well. Wallbant's finally back down to the bottom here. in level 27 at 914. Level 27, 764 for Somalian, who's now getting set up in column 5. Or 4, I'm sorry. I can't even count anymore. But Tetris player, of course I can't count. Just putting him wherever he can now. Wherever the game is letting him. Ooh, that's not where that was meant to go, though. That's a lot of weight over that column 4 well, so Somalian could well be digging into post here. Wallband at 965, Somalian at 808. Was making progress on this lead, but Wallband has clawed all that right back in this stack for Somalian. Oh, goodness. Both players, actually. Terrible place to be going into transition. Missed drop from Wallband. Just a dead drop at 971, but it's going to be enough as Somalian, with a miss drop in the center, 814, all he can muster. And Wallband will take the 2-1 lead. Welcome on in, Tyler, asking if Somalian is going to CTWC, but he is going to be unavailable during that time. I know that feeling. Sucks. Ooh, Iberia, though. Nice. Did we finally run out of music? Not quite. We'll be fine. I have fixed it. Wallbat has gotten up for a second. So this is, once again, Burb, semi-hourly reminder to stay hydrated. My voice is definitely not getting fried. It always does when I host these. But I have a comical amount of water to drink. Shout out to Smoman. Thank you for the follow on twitch.tv. Follow us on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, catch all the Tetris action and more. Quals, tournaments, friendlies, and random other stuff. Like, whatever the heck I'm doing. Alright, we got readies on both sides. Wallbat with the 2-1 lead. Can he finish the job? Or will Somalian bring us captain his way to a decider? One way to find out. 3, 2, 1. Square up. I look away for 1 second, and what is going on? The Northern Lights. This time of year, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your stack. May I see it? Anyways, both players clean. Wallman's got a T-spin set up. And gets the T-spin double. Just trying to score the style points to go with the normal points. Stack Attacker with the good advice there. Those new to competitive Tetris. This is where, as the trailing player, you make your opponent beat you. And make them work for every point. It's a lot more threatening to just keep surviving, keep being there, and forcing them to keep playing. Try and force the mistake out of your opponent. And then, if you need to chase them down... $136 for Somalian, $213 for Wallbant, who has had the cleaner start here in game number 4 as well. Both players spick and span right now, though. Scoring with the same exact bar. We're actually the same spot in the sequence. I love it when that happens. 183 to 259. Scoring with each of those bars at the same time. Simulbangerings galore. You'll love to see that. Huh. Welcome on in, first time chatter, JW. Announcing a date. $350 for the Wallbant, $252 for Somalian, who is built up to the sky, waiting for this next bar. Finally it arrives, gets it over, knocks it down for the score. Wallbant follows suit moments later. Somalian gonna opt for a safety triple there, waiting for something to tuck or spin. Like that one random white square in the middle of Somalian's board that was just chilling there for a while. $329 playing $420. The lead now just under 100,000 points. Over 80 lines into this game. Wallbant kind of on cruise control. The real JW Tetris is here, and we are all better for it. You'll love to see it. Bro maxed out before I was born, and I am old. Tyler, what are you, like 23 or something? Somalian thinks his drought's getting pretty old, but he will finally knock that Tetris down. Go to 422. Wallbant to follow suit at 501. Finally, the L to clean up that mishap. And then a bar to get tucked in, and Somalian is clean once again, knocks out a Tetris. 24.5. Oh, my sweet summer child. I turned 41 in a month. $571 for Wallbant. He has absolutely been on cruise control this game, and it shows. Somalian 501, not having a bad game himself, but whew, Wallbant is just grooving right now. Gonna double in at 601. Love a good 600k transition. Can run for president, but why would I? Well, he's got that clean stack. Got to start attacking now. Try and put a little pressure on Wallbant here. Tetris is for both 600 to 654. Somalian has whittled away a good bit of this lead. But Wallbant still in full control. Able to take a couple of those nice, safe skims. He's been saying 47 in November. Like Agent 47? Ooh, nice adjustment from Wallband, making room for the incoming S-piece. 656 playing 736, but Somalian with a Tetris there to 682. The lead is about 2 Tetrises, and shrinking as with each level, these Tetrises are worth more and more points. Oh, could have had a perfect clear, but one square got in the way on Somalian's side. And take a sip of water, so I'm ready for this post-transition here. 767 for Somalian. Wallbant not clean is at 795. The shake of the head, because he's having to burn off more lines. It gives another chance for Somalian to start poking away at this lead a little bit more. He's been poking and prodding for the last 50 lines. Wallbant gonna finally get the well clean at 810, but now Somalian is charged right back. He's at 805. Neck and neck, now that we are in level 24. Wallbant looking for an L to tuck in. Comes right after he changed the dependency. Somalian ready on the left side. Tetris to go to 839, back by 5,000 points, but Wallbant will respond, try and reopen that lead once again. This dangerous left well for Somalian. Finally, another bar comes for Tetris. Wallbant, bar dependency in the center. Ooh, and a tough rotation there. It's just kind of a 50-50 and guess wrong. As a result, he's still way high up here. Somalian at 881. Keeping this so very close. Takes a real-time lead for a moment with that Tetris. Have another. Take 2. They're small, but Wallbant will respond right back. 953, 948. It is a 5,000 point game in level 27. Triple for Somalian, 961 to Wallbant's 990. He's got a bar dependency on the left, and this has been a very droughty post. He's going to have to commit to a few more burns here. Somalian can get the well back on the right-hand side. He will at 997. Sets up the bits and gets it. Boom, max out. Wallbant follows suit right after. 31 to 32. Separated by just barely any points. 160 or something? I can't even math anymore. Forget about math. I got Tetris. Into 29 at A35 is Somalian. Didn't want to wait out the drought. Both players struggling with it. Wallbant's left side getting it very spicy. Somalian's going to be done at 842. And A51, Wallbant clings to life and gets just enough to take the game and the match. GG. Winner, chair. Boyo. One match left. Let's rock. Alright, let's see if all this works.
Well, looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event.
All right! You heard the man, it's time for the main event. Where we don't have just 2 players. Conveniently enough, we have 3. This will be a triple threat match, not just your usual best of 5. For those unfamiliar, let's have a little look at the rules. All 3 players play at the same time, go for the highest score. You get the highest score out of all 3, you pick up 2 big old points. You get the middle score? We'll give you a pity point. Bottom? Nothing. 0 points. First person in this match to get to 7 points will take it down. Players, if you'd like a seed, let me know. And we can get this show, this main event that we've been hyping up, that honestly I've been excited for, ready to rock. Seed Charlie 06 Foxtrot Bravo. Welcome on in, Moodus. Here for the thrilling finale. Okay, man, and okay, math. I saw an opportunity and I seized it. In the Discord, Kingsman called this match a warm-up for Roman. That's how he views, this. We got readies on all 3. I'm hyped up for this. I hope y'all are too. Good luck, don't early top. The trash talk already happening. You'll love to see it. No reason to delay it. It's time to play game number 1 of our main event in 3, 2, 1, square up. J, Z, L, all 3 have the same pieces. We're underway. If you missed the rules explanation, very simple. All 3 of our players play the game. They play Tetris. You get the highest score out of all 3, you pick up 2 points. You get the next highest score, you get 1 point. Finish last, you get no points. The goal, get to 7 first. If we have a tie at the end of it all, sudden death single game playoff. Early days here, and each of our players has had their own little minor trials and tribulations to work through. Very helpful bar down the left for K-Ham, 34,000. Kingsman in the middle, 74,000 in the lead to start things off. And 51 after that Tetris from MathWiz. Oh, got my neck to pop finally. K-Ham on the left side is a hyper tapper out of the US. Personal best, 1,038,000 points. The king of the rescreams himself in the center. Kingsman has a max out. I still remember that day. Some people will say no vid, no did. But I mean, he's got all the proof he needs. DAS player out of the United States. Host of the Tetris Friendlies. Runs CTL. Does so much Tetrising pretty much everywhere. Now on the right-hand side, DAS. Where'd that go? Sorry. Hybrid player out of the United States. Also max out of 1,014,000 points. Does quite a bit of restreaming himself, I believe. The Math Wiz 101. Right now, it's the Math Wiz adding up a lead here at 235. Kingsman not too far behind, 214. And Cam back in the pack right now, but lurking, waiting, and building the stack back up at 123. It's always nice to get off to a strong start in these triple threats. If you can build up an early lead, it takes a lot of weight off your shoulders later on where you don't even necessarily have to win games to win the match. A bit of a misdrop on the left there for MathWiz. Didn't have the oomph to get that square all the way over, but we'll be able to clean things up pretty quickly here. Nice clean up from K-Ham as well, but still bringing up the rear at 137. Kingsman 293 and 335 for MathWiz, who still managed to hold on to that lead, staying nice and efficient here as we go over the 70 line mark on all three sides of... Does the screen have three sides? I'm very tired. Split second there, Kingsman had almost tied this game up with MathWiz, but MathWiz knocked down Tetris. Kingsman will finally respond. We're separated by 104 points on that front. K-Ham just now cresting the 200k marker. Late adjustment with a J, but will get a Tetris afterwards as a result. MathWiz with a good cleanup there. Perhaps burned off a couple more lines than they would have liked, but making it work. But this is going to allow Kingsman a chance to open up a lead here. He's got a lead at just under a Tetris. Now having to set up a couple of tucks in the center, knock down a Tetris. Kingsman will bring the stack back down and be able to work around it. K-Ham at this point, lurking in the back, is going to play to survive for a little bit here, looks like. And then wait for their opportunity to strike. Not the worst idea. If you can find one target to chase, the other might open up as well. We are starting to approach the transition here. MathWiz on 115 lines has 449. 464 for Kingston at 110, and 275 for K-Ham on 108. And very unhelpful pieces on K-Ham's stack. This is starting to get a little bit scary. Honestly, MathWiz also not the greatest stack right now. Gonna need something left in a hurry. That bar doesn't go! And at 456, that's MathWiz done and dusted. Kingsman's already passed that, guaranteed at least 1 point. K-Ham is not there yet, and this stack is very scary, but there's the first target. 457 would get K-Ham on the board. But this stack is not going to make that a very easy order. Not with those misdrops, and that's going to be it for K-Ham. Kingsman's 581 into transition is going to be way more than enough. Pick up 2 points to start the set off. So we go 1, a 2 for Kingsman. We give 1 to the MathWiz. K-Ham gonna stay on that donut for now. Shouldn't have asked that, says Mathwiz. That's a familiar feeling. The GGs are in chat. After a short mullen from the Kingsman. That's warm up. Threatens K-Ham. Rennie's on the screen. We'll kick him back off. Kingsman with an early lead. Can he hold on to it or grow it even? In 3, 2, 1. Square up. How's my week going? It's been an adventure. It's been an adventure. A lot of stuff happening in the Chateau de Iankeith. Plus, getting ready for a trip in about a week and change that, I'm looking forward to, but at the same time, it's a vacation that's not going to be very restful. Just like this stack for K-Ham, not very vacation-like, not very restful just yet. We need a J. J comes a piece too late. We still need a J, except that doesn't rotate, and 5,700 points is not going to get you any points in the standings. Yeah,
Come on, man!
So now it's a two-player race. The rest of this game. Now the player very comfortable in the stack right now. Kingsman a little bit more so. Not much more. These are... Oh, boy. Oh, Mathwiz. That is a terrible misdrop of that J. And Mathwiz is done at 71,000. Kingsman, by virtue of living slightly longer than everyone else, are going to add 2 more points to your score counter. Somehow. And Mathwiz, sure, have a point for whatever the hell that was. Beautiful game. Yeah, at this point, though, this is where K-Ham and Mathwiz have got to kind of team up. They got to stay ahead of Kingsman at all costs, because any points at this point for Kingsman, and he can win the match in the next game. Time to summon the square of squares. It is square up. Might also be known as a cube. Ready's on all 3. Let's fire another game off. In 3, 2, 1. Square up. Kingsman said this match was going to be a warm-up for playing against Roman. And I'm not sure how much warming up he's getting here. Cam and Mathwiz definitely got to team up and try and put as much pressure on him as possible. Because again, if Kingsman gets even 1 point this game, he can end everything the next game. As this is a 1st to 7 point situation. If you're KM, you definitely just You'd like to lock up that win, but gotta get off the schneid first. Any points here keeps you in the match. If you're Math Wiz, you know that you can be tied for the lead with one game here. But you gotta make it through that game first. $169 for the Math Wiz and Tetris to go to $196. $131 for Kingsman. This time the one trailing. $168 for Kham. We get around the 40 line mark for all of our players. Kham did not want to wait for the L piece to fix a tuck. Immediately gets multiple L pieces. El Clasico in that regard. $199 for Kham. Kingsman, 200,000. 226 for the Math Wiz. We are pretty damn close here in this third game. Kham able to finally get a Tetris out of those 58 bars that all showed up at once. Trying to still keep Kingsman behind them as much as possible. Oh, he's not making it easy. He's basically made this a tie game. A bit of a square burst for the Kham. Math Wiz is trying to summon the square of squares, but you gotta make sure you summon it in the right spot for the right person. Kingsman was the one who got hit by a record number of consecutive squares on my stream some years ago in one of the more viewed clips on my channel. $323 for Kham, $324 for Kingsman, $335, now $358 for the Math Wiz. Still trying to calculate his way ahead of Kingsman. We are very close here. All the way across the board. Kingsman actually taking the real-time lead at 392 there, though he's got to get built for his next Tetris, so Math Wiz will take it back with that score. Kham's got the extremely exaggerated double well, in that there is literally nothing in columns 9 or 10 until a couple skims are taken here. About as exaggerated a double well as you can get when it is just a complete and full double well. 395, 417, 430 left to right. So Math Wiz has got a very slim lead over the king here. Kham looking to chase them both down, but having to take a lot of safety burns. That stack getting uncomfortably high. And in this situation in the match, you absolutely cannot afford to early top, because you hang both yourself and one of your opponents completely out to dry. Well, Math Wiz covered up hole just as the bar that was required came in, but will reopen things. About to hit transition. He is well ahead of everyone else in lines at 489, with just 2 lines left to go before transition. Kingsman, ooh, this stack is not very friendly. And he's gonna get, okay, gets that bar over, but I don't know how much more he's gonna get. He's fighting. Left side accessible-ish, but we need the right pieces, and they are not coming. Didn't even try to get one of the S's over. 515, he's done. Math Wiz has already passed that. Kham 5-16 would guarantee the leader of this match a goose egg and make things a lot spicier. We gotta get there first. 480 and that left side getting harder and harder to access. Now another bar hang! Cam! Once again! Falls just short at 480. Mathwas at 605 will take the game win and close the gap, making it up to 4 points. But Kingsman in second place goes to 5, and that is enough to be on match point. Oh, Kingsman's ready now. He's fired up. Is that a golf glove? Math Wizard can't even give us like 690 on the screen. Mullins it to 688. Butthead. So even if you're K-Ham at this point, mathematically, you can get back into this. However, you now need to win the next 3 games in a row. Mathwiz has to finish second in 2 of them and Kingsman in the other one, and we're tied at 6s. And then it's a sudden death. Any other result than that, and K-Ham cannot win. But it's not over. Meanwhile, in chat, K-Ham goes, score at least 1 point. Also valid, and point. Kingsman is talking all sorts of smack at Mathwis. Love it. As soon as we have that ready from K-Ham, the 4th game of this triple threat will get underway. Mathwis firing back, having to look down. Oh, the yelling. Love it. They're going at it. They're at each other's throats. K-Ham's finally ready. Let's go. Game number 4. It's like 2 neighbors yelling at each other through the wall. Game number 4 in 3, 2, 1. Square up. Don't if you reason, I instinctively said out loud, try 1800. Yeah, that's a few. I think that counts as at least a few. Possibly some. Right. I mean, you are the math whiz, so check the math on that for me. Are we at a few, or have we graduated to, like, some? Maybe a handful? Maybe more Tetris than you can handle? Underway in this game, 32,000 for K-Ham. K-Man at 6,000, kind of having a rough go of it to start, but he's going to start bringing this board back down. He knows he is in the driver's seat for this match and gets set up. Will the bar come? We're not going to wait for it. And the Math Whiz out in front, 96,000 after that Tetris. As it stands right now, Mathwiz has the lead in the game, and if the three players finish the way that their scores are now would have the lead in the match as well. He is hot on Kingsman's heels after picking up the previous game. But there is still work left to be done. Kaham, nice clean stack, but just now cresting 100,000 points at 45 lines. Still ahead of Kingsman, who was at 74,000 on 38 lines. Kind of stuck in a Marts from earlier today-esque dig that is lasting checks notes forever. To be fair, we did both beat Joe Connolly Quartet. I mean, Marts did win that game. Kingsman set up once again in the center, but the bar's not coming until the well is covered. There it is for a dirty Tetris. There you go, have that one. Oh, bit of a misdrop there from Kaham, 156, and then gets hit over the head with bars. Oh yes, I did drop a lunch break reference in the middle of commentating a Tetris set. 161 for Kaham, 122 for Kingsman, and then there's MathWiz at 337. A slight bit of a 200,000 point lead. Just a little bit of a 200,000 point lead. And Kaham, oh, Kaham, that's not good. That's not any points. That is 0 points for Kaham once again, topping out at 168. Kaham now desperately rooting for MathWiz to win this game, to have the dream alive of scoring and point. Right now, though, that is the situation, as Kingsman on 240, MathWiz on 459. And 200,000 plus lead over both players. Absolute cruise control, momentum fully in his corner. Thank you, Savant, for the follow on twitch.tv. Much appreciated. $269,000 points. Hey now for the king. MathWiz 488. Trying to put this game well out of reach, although he is well ahead in lines. Kingsman set up once again in the center. Will the bar show up at any helpful point here? Anytime. Dirty Tetris from the king. He'll go to 318. And if he wants this game, if he wants to end the set right now, he's going to have to do it in post-transition. MathWiz into transition at 561. Kingsman still with a couple to give here. It's at 366. So we can bring the lead under 200,000 if the pieces cooperate. Currently, they are not. Into transition, 391 for the king. Could not get that Z left. Has enough dash to get that bar over, but now that left side is going to be spicy. Might need a quick tap. Didn't have dash with that bar, so he's just going to throw it to the right. He's been trying to find a way out of a very spicy dig. And it's not going to happen with those pieces. 419, the king is done. MathWiz 608. Runs away with the fourth game of the set. And runs the score up to a tie, 6-6. At this point, we essentially have a 1v1 on our hands, but K-Ham still has the opportunity to score and point. The dream is still alive, K-Ham. You can get and point. You can do. I have faith. Get the point. Score points. King got the better of me on Vandy's stream. Now I get revenge on his show. Gotta back up the words with the gameplay. Ready's on all three. Whose cuisine reigns supreme? This right here is the decider of deciders. In 3, 2, 1. Square up. So it all comes down to this. Kingsman in the center on 6 points. Mathwiz on the right with the Vitz waiting for the bar and also 6 points. K-Ham on the left looking to play spoiler. Looking for a bar desperately. Okay. Brutal finish. Brutal set, K-Ham. But I know you can shake this one off. Now you can sit back and watch the fireworks between these two. K-Ham gonna finish with a donut on the scoreboard, unfortunately. Never what you want to see. I'm sure there will be a lot of guffawing from Kingsman momentarily. But he's got a threat he's still got to handle. That is Mathwiz, who is out in front. 232 to 174. Kingsman clean, next on to Tetris to 245. Down about 2.5 Tetrises to Mathwiz, who has just gotten the stack clean back up and immediately right back into scoring. Kingsman will answer. 269 for him. Hey now, Mathwiz 349, ahead by a few lines. Is on 69 lines, so at least we got that hey now out of him. Since he's so rudely denied the 690,000. Oh, there will be opportunities for rematches, K-Ham. I am so very sure of it. Kingsman is at jail. Finally get the well reopened. He's on 299, 398 for Mathwiz, about 100k lead. Mathwiz again, though, a handful of lines out in front. As Kingsman fixes a bar dependency. Knocks down a Tetris. He'll go to 351, 446 for the Mathwiz. Trying to calculate all the keys to victory here in this final game of this triple threat. While the Kingsman tries to reign over his kingdom once more. But work to be done. As Mathwiz has stayed markedly efficient today. Kingsman waiting out this bar. It has been a minute. Safety triple there. Both players showing good patience. Finally rewarded with bars. 436 plays 525 as we approach the transition to the 19 speeds one final time today. $481 now for Kingsman, $551 for Mathwiz. It'll get another Tetris to $574. Won't quite make the 600 transition, but will come very close. We've had several of those tonight. Some really solid play all the way through. Kingsman looking for the 500 transition, but we're going to need the bar to get there. No, he's just going to double in at 485. Oh, the bar finally comes, but the rest of the stack is in shambles, and that's going to be it! Kingsman done at 510, Mathwiz! Fought all the way back. Immediately misdrops the second I put him on the big screen. Play us out! Boy, did you! The pace was enough. The games were enough. And that's enough out of me. GG's once again to the Mathwiz, winner of the Triple Threat main event. Thank you so much to all the players who came out and played today. Everybody hung out, chatted, watched, cheered him on. At least you got the shutout on K-Ham. Yep. That's very true. Most definitely did that. That's it out of me, but that's not the last of the Tetris. There's other stuff to check out. We're gonna go see another of Kingsman's venues here. And go raid the classic Tetris. So you guys, I've been Iankeith. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I'll see y'all next time on Square Up!